live stream. I am your host, Two-Tailed Fox, and today I'll be detailing precisely who we are and what our aims are for the benefit of people who may not have heard of us before. This video will primarily consist of a little bit of history surrounding what has ultimately become Encyclopedia Gamia and where we aim to be in the future. First off, a little more information about who we're hosted by. Our current host is Wikia, based in San Francisco in the United States, who have combined a business model of running wikis with the monetization of advertising. This not only enables Wikia to offer what is effectively free hosting for us humble contributors, but also allows us access to top-notch back-end support. The site started out as a wiki called Wikia Gaming. At the time, Wikia operated a hub system of wikis where users could make content. Ultimately, that content would have a banner that would read, "There is a whole community on this subject located at this location." The hub system eventually fell into disuse, and the wikis themselves were repurposed for the community. Several wikis on the subject of video gaming were merged into Wikia Gaming, creating a sort of melting pot of content. In 2010, a number of articles, around 17,000, were imported from Wikipedia to Wikia Gaming by a user with some very hardline inclusionist views on content. These articles were imported without attribution and have caused significant problems for the wiki in asserting its own personality and article style. In the first half of 2012, Wikia Gaming was rebranded Encyclopedia Gamia. That name has stuck and will likely remain for the foreseeable future. My contribution to the site began in late 2013. Since then, a complete overhaul of the infobox system has been implemented, and a full audit of the existing content is currently taking place. We have a number of editors under our belt contributing content, and we expect that number to grow. We are united by our desire to create the ultimate free gaming information resource. But what makes your site different, I hear you clamour? There are a number of things we shine attention on that other sites may not. First off, we aim to comprehensively cover all video game rating and classification systems used globally, both current and historical. This means that video games will ideally have all ratings that were ever assigned to them from anywhere in the world, from North America's ESRB to Europe's PEGI, the United Kingdom's former ELS-PA and BBFC systems, and even as far afield as Japan for Zero and Brazil for their DJ-CTQ system. We even document PCM ratings, a community-driven rating system currently in development. We also separate digital platforms from physical platforms. For example, launchers and gaming services are becoming increasingly common, and it is only fair that they be recognised as platforms in their own right. Services such as Steam, Origin, Uplay and Azure are all treated as digital platforms, as well as their console alternatives such as PlayStation Store, Xbox Live Marketplace and the Nintendo eShop. We also have a very different approach to sources than places other than Wikipedia. Wikipedia has a policy of notability, which means that there has to be criteria that something reaches in order for it to be qualifying for an article. Generally speaking, for a video game, it has to have a secondary source notice for it to qualify as something notable, and even then, that's not always going to be assured. We here at Gamia prefer sources such as this. This is what is called a primary source. Notice this is from Paradox Interactive, who recently published City Skyline. A primary source is where information usually appears first. Websites run by developers and publishers are often prime places to find information related to a particular video game. This next website, however, is a type of source that we wish to avoid. This is called Kotaku. Now, Kotaku is what is called a secondary source. It has been very aptly demonstrated over the last 12 months that secondary sources have been able to game the system used Wikipedia because of the strong reliance on them as notable, citable sources. Wikipedia has at times demonstrated it is unable to separate factual from opinion, and certain editors have used such sources to introduce clear, and for an encyclopedia, unacceptable bias. It is understandable that our primary focus is on video gaming. However, we have also decided to allow articles that focus on gaming outside of video gaming's sphere of influence. This includes role-playing games such as Played by Email, board games, and many others impossible to list in this video. In the coming days and weeks, there will be a series of videos on our info boxes, as well as on topics such as article creation and how we expect article names to be used, as well as the usual fare of video game streaming. I will also be detailing a side project involving semantic data storage for our video game articles at a later date. Until then, stay safe, and remember to follow us on Twitch or Twitter on our handle Wikia Gamia for future broadcasts.